Hi, this is Armando of the Rich Man Experience, and in today's video I want to share with you lesson 3 that I learned on my 6-hour walkabout. And again, if you haven't seen lesson 1 and 2, go ahead and do that now so you have an idea, first of all, what this 6-hour walkabout is all about and what actually happened, so you know the story, the backstory. Lesson 3 is attention to detail, or the devil's in the details. In the walkabout, I just kind of threw things together. I didn't sleep all that much. I went to bed late. I got up really early. I had been working the entire week outside in the hot, blazing sun, working on some projects that I had to do, that I was doing for work, some just building stuff that I was doing in the sun. So I've been dehydrated all week, plus working hard. I didn't take those things into consideration. The fact that I made the decision that I wanted to try the challenge with homemade sandals that I had made, which again, I had run in before about an hour. I had hiked an hour, 2 hours before them, but never with 58 pounds on my back and never deciding to do it for 6 hours. The other thing that I didn't take into consideration was the moisture and what that would do and how that would mix with the sand, which ended up being my downfall. Not the weight, which I originally thought was, I don't know if I can hold that weight for that amount of time without it really crushing me. What ended up being was the sand. The sand was rubbing my skin raw between my foot and the sandal. It had gotten wet and it stayed there. So attention to detail, or the devil's in the detail, as they say. And what I want you to take from this is, when you're planning things, when you're doing things, are you paying attention to the details? I am not a very detailed-oriented person initially. For me, I like to immerse myself and learn by trial by fire. I rather start than have all the details. So you need to know how you learn, how you take advantage of things. My wife, on the flip side, is a very detailed-oriented person, and it's one of the reasons why we balance each other out enough, that she wants to know a lot more of the details of the how and the whys and all of that stuff. For me, it's only important that I want to do it, and I'll just throw myself at it without knowing everything. And again, there is some strength to that, and there's some downfalls, and the downfalls, unfortunately, you learn them the hard way as opposed to learning them in the planning phase. That's been my lesson number 3. Plan a little bit more, pay attention to the details, listen to my wife, right? Hopefully that serves you. Hopefully that gives you a little bit of insight of kind of the struggle that I had to go through to painfully learn that lesson. And I'm sure I'm going to have to learn that lesson at some point, because it's just the way I operate, and it's a way that I enjoy operating. But it opened my eyes to saying, hey, certain things may benefit you, especially if you want to increase your chances of success, to be more detailed oriented. And if I can't, maybe run it by like my wife and run it by other people that can give me perspective and ask me questions that will fill in some of those details. So this has been me with lesson number 3. I'll catch you in the next one.